Alright, this video is going to go over detailed step-by-step instructions on how to use the SUNY sensors with Eaglesoft. So traditionally SUNY and Eaglesoft are not compatible systems, but they are with a certain bridging software called NameGrabber. So if you know that you're going to be taking some images using SUNY coming up in clinic, you may want to watch this video 1 or 2 times just to familiarize yourself with the process, because it is a lot of clicking and we're going to be exporting and importing images. But also in the rooms there will be detailed step-by-step instructions posted on the wall as well. So if you forget or you get lost, don't worry, there will be instructions in the room as well. Alright, so if you are the radiology CA for the day and you come in and you turn on the computers, this little pop-up is going to come up and it says, do you want to run this software? And right here you'll see the name, it's called NameGrabber. So again, this is a bridging software. Eaglesoft and SUNY are completely different systems. So what this software does is this takes your patient's information from Eaglesoft, puts it into SUNY, and then you will have to save your images and import them back into Eaglesoft. So when this comes up, you do want to click Run. If for any reason you accidentally press cancel or you X out of it, don't worry, just go down to the Start menu, and in the little search icon, just click Name, and the little NameGrabber icon, you'll see it right there, just click on that. Okay, so when you want to take your images, go ahead and bring your patient up in Eaglesoft. So my patient is Patient Alliance number 518. And in order for the bridging system to collect the information from Eaglesoft, you actually have to be in the chart view. You can't just be in this view. A little icon that says cannot find patient information will come up. So make sure you're in the chart view. Okay, and then down here on the lower right, there's a little icon called Show Hidden Icons. There's a little arrow pointing upwards. Click on that, and on the right you'll see a little icon. It's called NameGrabber. If you hover over it, the name will come up, but it's a little blue yellow icon. So go ahead and click that. Again, this is the bridging system that's going to open up SUNY for us. It's going to ask us if we want to run this software. Right here you'll see it says Professor or Prof SUNY, which stands for Professor SUNY. So go ahead and click Run, and it's going to open SUNY for us. Now the first time you open up a patient in SUNY, you actually have to create a file for them. The bridging system will collect the information, which is right here in the middle. You can see you'll have your patient's name, but you actually have to create a file in SUNY first. In the next appointment, if you need to take some more radiographs, you won't have to do the step. Your patient will automatically come up in SUNY. Okay, so go ahead and click Yes, create the patient. Just verify this is the correct patient. Click Add, and now you're in their chart. If you go up to the toolbar, you should see their name right here on the upper left. Alright, to take images, you want to click on the little icon called Capture Layout Images right here. It's got a little camera with a little grid system. If you click on that, you can choose from a variety of different layouts. This first one here, layout 1, that's a traditional CMRS that OIT has been using with the ScanX machine. As you can see, it has the 18, and then it has extra tiles, which they're called tiles in SUNY, for third molars and retakes. So there's 26 images or tiles that you can take with that layout. Here is a traditional 18. However, with SUNY, if you need to take any retakes, you would have to delete an image or actually put an image on top of another one, so you really can't see your original images. So we don't want to use that one. One, because for grading purposes, we want to see the original, and 2, as you guys know, even if you take a retake, there are things you can see in the original that you can't see in the retake. So it's best to have as many views as possible in your layout. Now, if you want to just take 4 bite wings, you might want to use this layout right here. You have your 4 bite wings, and then any retakes can be taken in this second series. Let's see, if you want to just take 1 PA, you might want to use this layout right here. You have a tile or an image for the PA, and then any retake you might need to take. If you scroll to the right, there's also a layout for vertical bite wings. As you can see, here's 7 vertical bite wings, and then also if you need any retakes, there's 3 retakes there for you. So if you guys feel a need for another type of layout, it can be added to the system. Just let someone, Jill or Carrie know. Again, here's also another layout. This would be great for a child if you want to just take either two or four bite wings and a couple PAs. Again, you have some room for any retakes that you need. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on the CMRS that we'll most likely be using, and go ahead and click OK. And it's going to bring you into this view in order to take the radiographs. Now with SUNY, it is designed to go to each view for you in a certain order. So this one particularly is set up to take bite wings first. I know not everybody takes bite wings first. Some start with anterior teeth. So if you don't want to take bite wings first, just click off of the one and click on whatever tooth you want to start with. You can either click with your the computer pen, the monitor pen, or you can use your finger as well and click on it just like so. But I'm going to go ahead and do the series. Again, this layout goes bite wings first. So it's going to start with the premolar and the molar on the right, and then the premolar molar on the left bite wing. And then what it does is it jumps up to the upper right molars, premolars, molars, and then the lower left. And the reason why it does that is because as you guys know, with the XCP, it's the same for the upper right and the lower left than it is for the upper left and the lower right. So it's designed so you don't have to take apart the XCP so much, which really helps too with time. So I'm going to go ahead and take a quick image. Again, if you don't want to start with bite wings, just click off of it into any other spot you'd like to. And then go up here to the upper left of your screen, and it says Capture Series. So go ahead and click on that button, and it's going to ask you what sensor you want to use. This is for if you have size 2 and size 1 both hooked up into the computer. You can pick which one. Now we only have one sensor hooked up at this time, so you just have to click on SUNY Ray and click OK. And then if you look up here in the toolbar, it's red,
Sensor ready,
and it just turned green. And I don't know if you heard that little voice, but there's a female's voice that'll tell you the sensor is ready. That means it's the sensor is ready to be exposed. Now, if you get it all ready and the toolbar is green, and then you get your XCP ready and you're talking to your patient, after about a minute or two, this will become unready and it won't be green anymore. So you need to make sure before you go expose your image that this toolbar is still green and it still says sensor ready. Otherwise, you'll expose your patient for no reason and you'll have to take it again. Okay, so my sensor is ready, so I'm going to go ahead and expose an image real quick here. Alright, and your image will pop up,
ready,
and then because like I said, it's kind of already has its own little system where it's going to jump to the next one for you. So if you want to stay with the series that it has, you don't have to do any clicking. You can just go to the next one. So this would be the upper right molar. Again, after I take this one, it would jump down to number 7 and do lower left premolar. So it's kind of nice because, like I said, it just goes from one view to another for you. No clicking needs to be involved unless you want to click out of it and do another image. Now, the sensor is automatically going to again go to the next tile and be ready for you. But let's say we've taken all 18, we don't have any third molars to take, we don't need any retakes. It won't let us click done because it's telling us that the sensor is in ready mode and doesn't want to click done if it's in ready mode. So what we need to do is we need to actually X out of ready mode, and right down here in the lower left, it says SUNY US. I'm not sure what the US is beginning for, but just click that little red X, and it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to quit? If you don't want to quit, go ahead and press continue, but we do want to quit, so we're going to press quit. Okay? Now we're going to let it know that we're done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to export these images. But before I do that, I want to make sure I'm not highlighted on any one tile in particular. So right now, number 6 is highlighted. So go ahead and go over here to this kind of gray-black area and click. So that way you're unclicking any specific single image. And you're going to go up here to File and go to Auto Export and then Exported X-ray Images. Okay, so File, Auto Export, Exported X-ray Images. And it's going to ask you how many pixels you want the image to be. I've done this on all pixels, they actually turn out the same, what it looks like to me. But I go ahead and click large, so more pixels the better. So go ahead and click OK. Now this image has now been exported onto the desktop. So now that it's saved onto the desktop, we can actually click out of SUNY. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up our patient's images, so view images. And now we need to move our images from the desktop into Eaglesoft. Okay, so go ahead and go under File and Import. And if you click under Desktop, there should be a little folder called Exported X-ray Images. If you click on that, you should have your patient's name. Now I practiced on another patient on Patient Recall. So now that I'm on Patient Alliance, I'm going to click on Patient Alliance and you double click. And there's my images. Now if you are the third or fourth student to take radiographs that day, you're going to have other patients' names in here. So make sure you click on your patient, and your patient's name will be right here. Okay, so click on that and then go ahead and click on your images and click Open. And here they are. They save as one large image all together, and they get imported into Eaglesoft. So the bad thing about this is I can't really open up one image and make it really big. When we do zoom, it gets kind of pixelated, as you can see, so it doesn't really benefit you to really zoom in. So the best way that I found this is to actually go click off of it, click onto the images, and go up to View up here on your toolbar and click Full Screen. And that way you can see all your images pretty clearly, and that's really the best way I found to view your images, as big as you can without them getting really pixelated. Okay, so now they've been added into Eaglesoft, you want to click Save. And the little icon will come over here by Exams by Date. You're going to want to right click and you want to rename your exam. So this is a full mouth series, so I'll just click CMRS. And I want to remind myself that I use SUNY, so I'm just going to click SUNY. That way when I open it up, or if the patient comes back and sees another student, for whatever reason it's just clear that these were the SUNY images, not the Scanx images. So if you're trying to open up one by itself, you can't do that. So go ahead and click Enter to save it, and there you are. Your images are now saved into Eaglesoft. You can now X out of View Images. You can deselect your patient and take your patient back to the chair. Now at the end of the day, it is best if you go into that Exported X-ray Images and delete these exams. Your images are still saved in SUNY, and now they're also saved in Eaglesoft, so there's no need for them to be on the desktop. So I would just right click and click Delete and just empty this folder at the end of the day. This would be a great thing for the radiology C8 to do. You can also do it before you take your patient back to your chair, or the instructor at the end of the day can do it as well. But it's important to keep that folder empty also for HIPAA reasons. If you have any questions on the bridging system, I know it's kind of a lot of information. Again, this will be posted in the rooms, which has step-by-step instruction. But if you have any additional questions, go ahead and ask me. My extension is also 5264. And yeah, good luck and have fun. All right.